Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that are going to make you question reality.
When NASA can show me an image of the sun, the moon, the earth, and stars all in one photo, I'll be on board. And on top of that, when NASA can provide me a perfectly clear image of a cruise ship on the other side of the earth that is upside down.
Neither one of us know what this is. This is crazy. This just popped up in our river just now. Right in front of us. Neither one of us knows,
weird.
and he don't like it. No, you leave it right now. I have no idea. It might be algae turned into a bubble. I've never seen that. I sweep this river a lot. Wow. Stay tuned.
That's strange.
Got the goddamn Lamborghini. What the is this?
Yo, what is this?
Fuck, got the goddamn Lamborghini wagon. What the fuck?
Remember Genie.
That motherfucker's guilty. That motherfucker's guilty. That motherfucker's guilty.
So let me read it for you guys. Anyone remember the lost kids on milk cartons? Do y'all remember that? Or are y'all too young for that? Not sure. Anyone remember all the celebrity photos out there with milk mustaches with the "Got Milk" slogan? Yo. That mother is
There are
guilty.
two storms that you need to know about right now. First, we need to talk about this one, potential tropical cyclone 9. Forecasters currently expect it to intensify into a major hurricane before it hits the Gulf Coast of the U.S. on September 26th, which, if it does, it'll be called Hurricane Helene. Florida's Panhandle and Gulf Coast could potentially see life-threatening storm surge and damaging winds, while Cuba is expected to see considerable flooding and mudslides. Now, we need to talk about John. This storm hit Mexico's southern Pacific coast after it turned into a major hurricane within a matter of hours. So fast that it even caught scientists and officials by surprise. It first went ashore overnight on September 23rd as a Category 3 storm with 120-mile-per-hour winds, before it weakened to a Cat 2. And it hit an area that just over a year ago was slammed by Hurricane Otis, which blew out power for days and left bodies along the coast. Now, both of these storms are being impacted by warm ocean waters. The warmer the ocean is, the quicker it evaporates, sending water into the atmosphere that then mixes with high winds. As long as the base of the storm stays over water.
Or somebody's controlling it. I'm just saying. You can give me that scientific explanation that the waters are so warm that they're evaporating too quickly and mixing with the atmosphere and causing these storms so quick that scientists are even thrown off. Or you could just say, such and such over there turned on the weather machine.
What do you mean, a city-sized object that is thought to be unnatural course-corrected itself to head towards Earth, and I'm just supposed to go about my day?
You know?
How many more weird things have to happen before we can just give up on the charade?
Man, it feels like we can never give up on the charade or the charade. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what happens, we still have to wake up and go to work and act like nothing happened, no matter what happened.
Cancel on a kid's birthday party because you're not comfortable with what are you uncomfortable with?
Because we're black.
The outreach.
Because we're black.
We
You
know.
can talk wherever you want to talk. So you're telling me that you canceled our parties because of what? Because of the outreach that it got on social media. It's not something that is comfortable hosting.
What do you mean you're not comfortable with? It's a private event.
I understand that, and we reserve the right to cancel.
So where does it say that you reserve the right to cancel in any of this?
Because we are a public entity, we can cancel any party that we want
Where
to.
does it say that? So you're going to cancel it right before all these kids coming up here is what you're saying. You're canceling these kids come to swim. Like, what is the problem? We have security coming. We put a whole lot of money into this. You talking
And
about?
you're gonna get
No. We
your
have
money
money
back.
outside of what we paid for you. We paid for security to come up here. We got the police.
He's here for me.
No. We have other police officers coming.
You're not comfortable because you're not comfortable with what are you uncomfortable?
What are you uncomfortable with?
The outreach.
It seems racist.
What outreach?
It's giving racist.
What makes you uncomfortable?
What makes us uncomfortable about all of us?
If it was a large group of white folks walking up, it wouldn't be a problem.
250 people is what we paid for.
I mean, I know you.
Something you
Cancel Summit Swim. I'm just saying, we all know what that was about. Literally, cancel the party. She seen who the party was. It's like, oh no, cancel. It said Ashley. It said Ashley. I didn't know that she was. Yeah.
Believed to be true, but realized wasn't.
Well, as one of the main opponents of the Illuminati, I always wanted to know what information they had that we didn't. And I found out, I was always wondering how our God could have been so thrown off by a story of a tree and fruit. And then I found out that that's not the case at all. Adam was God's son, which means Eve was his daughter. And if they have sex, that ruins everything. And that's what happened. And that's a piece right there.
Excellent observation.
Thank you.
Secret talent.
Clairvoyant.
You're clairvoyant?
Yes, sir.
Psychic?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Person you'd trade places with for a day.
That I would trade places with for a day? No one.
No one. I like that answer.
You can smell it, but I don't know what it smells like.
Okay.
It's been going on for 45 minutes.
That's crazy.
Fire department is over here. Tell us to stay back. I mean, it is just nasty smelling.
So this is in Ohio, huh? So the guy recording that's probably going to be eating cats and dogs here soon. I'm just saying, it's Ohio.
I will explain it like this. Imagine life is a video game. In the video game, there are different characters, and there are also different levels. This video game has 2 programmers, and the programmers are in a battle to win over the entire collection of characters and non-player characters. At each level, the character has to fight harder and harder bad guys. They have to compete in more difficult challenges and battles. This is a 3D game that is played in the 4D. The characters are 3-dimensional and have senses. But behind every character, there is a player. Your consciousness is not the character. It is the player behind the character. When you start to understand this, you start to understand how the game is really played. You see, the player has played this game many times, but the character doesn't know that. The character is only experiencing this present time, this individual time. The consciousness, the player, the higher self, has learned more and more about this game every time that they have played. They get further. They get to higher levels. And when you can, as the character, realize you're actually the player, then the real game begins. You start to realize that your character has been programmed, and that your character has likely and unknowingly and probably unwillingly been a part of this battle between the 2 programmers. The programmers have vast armies, and the characters are one of their soldiers. The NPCs are the background characters, the little ghosts in Pac-Man, the Agent Smiths of the Matrix. In the moment of awakening, the character realizes his true sovereignty, his true vastness, and it becomes clear to the player why the programmers are so ruthless when it comes to the characters' lives. But they don't want the characters to figure that out. Just like one becomes addicted to a video game, they know that the players will keep playing, keep reincarnating, and they will continue to use all their focus and all their energy and all their abundance to play out this battle between the programmers. But what are the players to do? Well, you can catch a man a fish and feed him for a day, or you can teach a man to fish and feed him for the rest of his life. How do you learn to fish? You practice. You meditate. You learn. You learn about frequencies. You learn about healing. You learn how to connect with the consciousness of the player. When you first begin this journey, you have to go through all the learning at the 3D level first. The basic understanding, the unlearning and relearning, the learning of real truths and all of the untruths that have been programmed into us our entire lives. The awakening has happened in waves, and we're at a point where there are enough characters now that realize that they are the player. They have learned to fish so well that the student may now become the teacher. But when someone is just starting out learning to fish, you don't throw it all at them at once. You're not trying to teach them the advanced techniques right off the bat. You learn that you're going to get through to people if you can communicate with them where they're at, not necessarily where you're at. And you know and understand that in order for a new program to be created, the old program must first be destroyed, crumble, and fall away. Like droplets of water forming into a puddle that becomes a pond, that becomes a lake, the players are growing. Some are so advanced now that they have realized that they are actually the programmers, that you can co-create with the universe. But at this level, you also understand that those brand new little raindrops that are just beginning their journey up the mountain, they still have parts of this timeline to play out. The crumbling of Hollywood, politics, and the looming election. This all plays a part. So when you're trying to help people understand and find their way and help them up the path, you have to be able to communicate with them where they're at. Guide them onto the correct stepping stones that will lead them to where they need to be.
Found a parking lot of Teslas and Cybertrucks that were driving all by themselves. Really? Oh my.
What's going on? Trunk is open. Guys, look at all these Cybertrucks and Teslas. No one's driving that? No one is in that car.
Nobody walked over here. Wait. There's nobody in these. What the heck? That car just sped off. There's no one in it. Oh.
These motherfuckers got a mind of their own.
Dude, no one's driving them. They are driving themselves.
They're just taking off.
No way.
It just drove away with no.
One come out, I hid my
Yes.
But there was
No one was in it.
What?
Shit,
I didn't notice that. I want another one to go now.
What's going on with the Teslas? That's why I don't want a Tesla.
I don't pay for a membership here.
Okay.
It's not in your policy either.
Small, you're on camera too.
It's fine. This is my stuff. I already paid for it.
Can I get security? 50 on the door.
It was 136.
Well, let's go. Where'd you go?
I paid for it.
Yeah.
In checkout, where else?
I got a gentleman that walked out the door and received the shows. Receipt.
This is all my stuff.
Receipt?
I don't have to.
Where'd you purchase it?
In self-checkout. Well, not
Where?
self-checkout, but
Oh, okay.
in the guy.
Come on, let's go. Let's go see where you purchased it.
I'm fine with that, but I'm telling you I already paid for it.
I got a guy that's giving me a hard time.
If I said I paid for it and I paid for it,
You about to check it though.
huh?
Sure, you don't gotta grab it. Just about to
No,
check it.
he's
You good.
pulling it out of my hand. You can't do that.
We're
Yeah, we can. We just
self-checkout.
gotta
Once you
check
buy it, it's your property, right?
No, so
Just
show
gotta
me
check
what
it.
This is legally all mine already.
So where's the receipt?
I don't have to show a receipt.
Show
This
me
isn't
receipt.
Costco.
Yeah, I know. So we gotta check it.
No, you don't.
Yes,
Once
we
you
do.
buy,
Look,
once you buy the stuff, it's yours
you
already.
can record me all you want, actually. You can't even record me.
Bro, chill out.
You can't even record me.
I'm calm.
Okay, so
This
we
is
just
my
gotta
stuff.
check
Look,
it. You good?
look.
Why you being
What you
all-
shaking
Why
for
is this
then?
guy touching me for? This is my
What are you
stuff. I already
shaking
paid
for?
for it.
Take me to
Because I have two
self-checkout.
guys right here trying to take my
Take me to
stuff. already.
self-checkout. Show me which one.
And if I pay for it, what then?
Bro, why
We'll
you shaking?
verify it.
I have
We'll
two guys right
verify
here trying
it.
to take my
Okay,
stuff away.
so why you giving us a hard time?
Look.
I'm not. I walked away
Look,
We
because
just
I
gotta
already,
check. Chill out, bro. Chill out.
This
You
is
don't
my
gotta-
stuff.
Let's go to the
Okay, so
register.
we
We'll
gotta check
verify.
I already
It's
paid.
fine.
I don't have to show.
Bro, so what's so hard about us
a receipt?
verifying? Like, why you trying to give us a hard time?
Because I already paid for my stuff. I don't have to show a receipt. Once you
where's
buy
it
it,
at?
it's legally yours, right?
Yeah,
So where's
if
it
you
at?
have a receipt for it.
I have a
All right,
receipt,
so
but I
then
don't have to
let's
show
go
it.
to the register and let's
Bro, we
verify.
can do this all day, dog.
I'm fine with that, but
Then
you
let's
guys are
go.
putting
We about to
yourself
go.
in the issue.
I know
There's no
you're about to
issue. We
put
just
yourself
gotta
because if I go
verify
check
it.
camera and
Go
you didn't
check,
go,
Go
okay,
check the
let's
camera.
go. Come
Go
on.
check the camera. You're gonna look stupid.
Let's go.
Because I already paid for all this stuff.
Let's go. I have no reason to steal. Go check the camera.
Which register then?
I went to the register over there where I got the hairbrush.
Hold on, you just said self-checkout.
I got missed.
And now you...
Go check the register over there.
Hey, come on, don't play me for...
I am not bullshitting. I have the receipt in my pocket, but I don't have to show a receipt.
Oh, you have the receipt in your pocket
Yeah.
now? Okay, well,
This is all my stuff.
Show me a receipt and I'll let you go, and then I'll look stupid.
Okay.
Come on.
Receipt.
All that for nothing.
No, it's just once you buy the stuff, it's all yours.
He said all that for nothing, as if he didn't run out there, grab the man cart, bring him back in, and accuse him of stealing. All that for nothing. I don't really agree with the whole thing. I mean, I get it. Walmart don't want people stealing stuff, but like, why should I have to show you my receipt every time I leave the store? Why should I have to show you? You see me go through the checkout. Don't have self-checkouts if that's the case.
Like, come on. Show me a receipt.
I don't have to show a receipt. I paid for my
So
stuff.
why are you making it a big deal?
I'm not making a big deal. I was walking to my car and he pulled my cart away. I already paid for my stuff.
Then show the receipt.
Why do I have to show a receipt? This is my stuff.
Don't you want to leave?
Man, I'm walking to my car with no issue.
You
This
just
guy
said
comes up to me and pulls
self-checkout.
my car, my cart away. I don't have to show a receipt. Once you pay for your stuff, you pay for your stuff.
Right? Let me check out.
This isn't Costco. This isn't Sam's
You're right.
Club.
This ain't Costco.
You don't pay for a membership here.
All right, check it. What register? You said self-checkout?
Not self-checkout. I went to the guy over there where I bought the hairbrush. He said 10 items or less. Fuck, man.
You good? Just wait right here.
No, it's just you don't pay for a membership here. You don't have to show a receipt.
I know, but
it's
we
not
gotta
in your
verify
guys'
that you pay. Obviously, ain't nobody just about to walk out just
Dude,
like that.
I come here all the
You act
time. I pay
suspicious,
over.
you gotta think something.
Suspicious. I walk outside and he
Bro,
pulls my
you're
cart away.
the
You
only
can't do
person
that.
that can't give the receipt and just show it.
Dude, you don't have to show a receipt
I know
here.
you don't have
pay
to,
for
but
a
you're the only
membership to
one that's
Walmart.
you're the only one that's giving us a hard time, bro. You think
All right, but look,
everybody
if I have my receipt, I paid for it. I need to talk to a manager because you can't do that. You can't grab my cart and take my stuff away. I have the receipt in my pocket. I don't have to show a receipt. I paid for my stuff. I paid for my stuff. Why do I gotta show my receipt? I have my receipt right here, but you don't have to show a receipt. This ain't Costco. Dude, I'm not giving anybody a hard time. I was walking outside and he comes up to me. I'm pulling my cart away.
Yeah, because you're giving us a hard time by
Dude,
not showing
I'm
the
not
receipt.
giving you a hard time. This is my
Everybody
stuff.
else show it. Like, you're the only one not
You
showing
don't
it
have to
already.
show a receipt in the Walmart.
I know, but when people
No,
don't
you
show
don't.
it, we don't suspect it.
Ma'am, you don't have to show a receipt in Walmart. It's not in your guys' policy. It's not in your guys' policy. That's the difference from Sam's Club to Costco. I've read your guys' policy before.
Yeah, but we got.
It's courtesy, but it's not required.
Right, courtesy.
I have nothing to hide. Everything's paid for right here. It's just a difference from Walmart to Sam's Club or Costco. You pay for a membership there, so it's required in their policy. Because once he sees that I have all my stuff right, I'm gonna need to talk to a manager because you can't do that. It's all my stuff right here. It's all my stuff right here. Because now you're holding me hostage here.
Straight up.
No, we're not holding you hostage.
Okay, then let me leave.
Yeah,
He's not allowing me to leave. I have all my stuff on my receipt. I need to talk to a manager now because you guys can't do this.
Bro, we're just verifying. What do you mean we can't do this? You can't verify.
No. Don't get scared now.
Buy the stuff.
Bring your
it's
manager.
usually yours. All this stuff in this cart.
I
I don't know if you stole something. Can I just pull you to the side and harass you to come over here? Because I need to talk to a manager now.
So why couldn't you just show him?
I don't have to.
So why are you making it a big deal?
I'm not making it a big deal. That guy pulled me over here, forcing me over here. I didn't have to show you guys anything. I already paid for my stuff.
Can we go show him? So
I want to talk to a manager now because you can't be pulling me and hustling me over here.
The AP manager.
Well, I need to talk to someone else because you can't be doing that.
So what do you want to do?
I want to talk to someone else.
And make a complaint?
Yes.
You gotta go to court for that.
All right, dude. Show me what I gotta do.
I'm gonna send the video to corporate.
No, you're just making yourself look stupid. This is all my stuff in this cart right here. I don't see why you guys gotta make it seem like I'm stealing, man. I make money.
Go ahead, man.
No, I need to talk to someone else.
Go ahead.
You can't be pulling me over here.
You can't record me. Go ahead.
Dude, I can record you all you want. You were fucking pulling me over here for no reason.
All right, go ahead.
Dude, I need to talk to somebody because that shouldn't be allowed right there. Who the fuck is court? Where do I call, man?
You find
Because you guys put me over here against my will for no reason. Verifying for what? I paid for my stuff.
Yeah, so you can't show that?
Dude, you don't have to show once you pay. This isn't Sam's Club or Costco. I don't pay for a membership here.
Every employee,
No, man, not every store. Not every store, man. You suck at a security guard.
Make sure nobody steals.
Dude, I'm not stealing. This stuff is all paid for, and he's seen that.
I didn't say you
So I need someone else to talk to.
When did I say you were stealing?
I need you to call some other manager.
Bro, nobody's gonna be able to help you with corporate.
Dude, are you sure about that?
Yeah. Call corporate. Numbers online. Free to go, bro.
Free to go. You guys are holding me against my will right here.
I'd have been, hey, I want a motherfucking refund. Take all of this stuff back. I don't even want to support y'all no more. Give me my money. Because time is money, and you done wasted my time accusing me of stealing because you don't want to do your job, because you don't want to check the cameras, because you don't want to file a report and say, hey, this guy stole something. You know what I'm saying? I checked the cameras. He actually did steal something. Or he didn't steal something. No, you just want to go out there and grab my cart and bring me back in here and harass me for stealing. Even though I did steal. Like the guy said, I don't have to show you the receipts. I really don't have to. This is something that y'all wanted to do yourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not a corporate decision to show receipts, right? So why do I have to call corporate? I don't know, guys. I'm just running out against Walmart. I really don't even like Walmart. I don't like shopping there. I rarely ever go there.
I don't have to show a receipt. This is all my stuff right here.
So go.
I need to talk to a manager.
Bro, I just told you to call corporate, bro.
I need to talk to a manager right now. Because you guys just put me over here for no reason.
Not a possible strike. It's a strike. October the 1st, 45,000 ILA workers, which pretty much means the majority of the ports in our country were shut down. Major ports. And as she said, which is the truth, the ports that shut down, that will shut down October the 1st, they bring in over half of our goods. Half of the stuff we use, buy, depend on, come through these people. I told y'all I'm an indicator of how the economy is doing because we handle the majority, half of the nation, not Mobile, not Texas, half of the nation's goods. You think the economy is in a tank now? They say one day of a strike, of these people striking, just one day, will back us up 7 days for each one day. A month, devastating. And this is looking over a month. Because the things that they are stuck on, automation, the port trying to get rid of manual labor, so they don't have to pay the workers. The union is fighting to keep the workers, right? See, the union and the port are not, they're two separate entities. The port is the business. They don't have their own employees. Their employees are union workers that are contracted in to work the ships.
Mm-hmm.
The people that own the port don't have workers. Everybody that works in the port are union, except for us, the drivers. All right. So the union and the port are not friends. They're not together. They're two different businesses on the same land. One needs the other. They need each other. So what the port is trying to do is get to a point where they don't need the union, right, to save money. The union costing them money. Like now they want a 77% raise. They're not gonna get that.
77?
You want almost 100% raise. So let's just put that in perspective.
Wow.
Say they already making like $40 an hour. They want to make $80 an hour. And us as the drivers, I'm gonna be honest with you, we ain't down with them, the union, because they treat us like shit. So we don't give a damn they don't get it, because they cost us money, how they be, and I told y'all how they the sorriest work, I ain't getting into their business. That's their business. But if it comes down to talking about the truck drivers, us, siding with the union, no, we siding with the port. Because the port trying to make it better for us when we can get in and out of there. See, the union workers are hurting our pay. They're concerned about their pay. And now they're trying to get us to join in with them because we workers too. But now y'all ain't been down with us. Y'all been killing us, the trucker. We sitting up for hours. That's what the problem is about. That's why the port is trying to upgrade to automation, because the manpower, it keeps them backed up. They can't flow. We have lines backed up across the bridge trying to get in the port because the union are there on their phone. I'm sitting there looking at them waiting to get loaded. They on their phone and shit. But they want a 77% raise. The port say no. Y'all ain't worth it. And I agree with the port.
77% raise is crazy.
Remember what I'm about to tell you. Don't you ever forget this. You're following a pattern right now in your life, whether you recognize it or not. And the moment you sit yourself down and you recognize what that pattern is that's been producing that same cycle or those same results in your life, and the moment you begin to cast those altars down that's been set against you, sometimes it can even be your own self-limiting beliefs, baby, your own self-sabotaging thoughts or the lies you tell yourself. I talk about that more on my website. I just released a training session on there that can go deeper into details about that if you want to go and view it. But sometimes it can be those self-limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. The moment you identify that negative pattern you've been following and you replace that pattern, that's the moment when you begin to have your breakthrough, because you can see, oh, wait a minute, hold up. I'm following that same negative pattern I used to follow. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I want to hear you comment and say, I am going to examine my patterns. I love you. Be encouraged.
Hey, this is a farm boy. I hope this don't get me in any trouble. I put up a video that talked about food, and well, it got taken down, and then I appealed it, it got put back up, then it got taken down, and so I just took it off. Then I reposted the video and give it a different name, and today it got violated and I got a warning strike, which means the Farm Boy's account could get banned if I make any more mistakes, lacking authenticity. Well, let me show you something here about authenticity, and you guys tell me what you think about this. Can you see those sunflowers? Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour, to absorb the sun. Can you see there? Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here.
That ain't the sun.
Now, if you look up over through there, you can see the beans and the corn and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have much choice. It's either grow straight up or fall down. But these sunflowers have a completely different mechanism. And for some reason, they don't like the sun. Now, I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say that the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this. I don't know that to be the truth, and I have no one to point a finger at. But I do know that these sunflowers are not facing the right direction. This is a farm boy. Let me know what you think about that.
Yo, where is the real sun at?
Back to Cali. We had a wild night. It was after one of Sean's infamous parties. Everyone was there. We not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. This book is wild. Our blank life was crazy. But I got to do things with Sean I would have never have been able to do with a straight man. Sean cared about me, but it was becoming more and more obvious that he preferred men. I was beginning to think I was there more to cover his wild desires than because he really wanted to be with me. He was like Caesar, every woman's man and every man's woman. But truthfully, at that stage, I was becoming okay with it. I woke up and left the bedroom when I was with Jada Pinkett, and Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with blank, blank, blank. Oh my God. And yes, they said somebody, and then they said, and yes, blank, blank, blank attended the parties from time to time. Why would that people's names X'd out?
Right.
After all the things this person said, you now draw the line with names. Who is it? I could see him and Blank kind of snuggled up on the bed together. I was grateful I wasn't asked to join in that room. I didn't really like blank, blank, blank. Sean smiled when he saw me. Good morning. Here at the Ories, or I can't even say half these words, he wasn't very affectionate. He didn't have to pretend, but he couldn't walk straight. I knew how his ASF felt, literally. We've had sessions playing with each other's cavities. I wanted to be. Jamie said that everybody was always saying that, hold on. She said everyone was saying that Kim was his beard, but that was always the word on the street. Most people called her his doormat. This is actually really sad. She said, I wanted to be home before Quincy woke up, so I told him, I'm getting ready to go. He responded, let's have a cup of coffee first. This meant he wanted to talk. I didn't know what it was about, but in situations like this, I really didn't have a choice. He was becoming more violent when he didn't get what he wanted, and I didn't really want to fight. So I sat down. But before we started talking, blank, blank, blank came out of the room. Sean was wearing boxers. Blank, blank, blank was in his birthday suit. Blank, blank, blank addressed us. Morning. When he turned around in order to close the door, this is disgusting. There was dried bodily fluid stains on his back. Blank, blank, blank walked over, pulled a chair out to sit down next to us, and lit up a blunt. Sean stretched, smiled, and said, yo, this East Coast, West Coast beef is more lucrative than I thought, but it's getting dangerous. Blank, blank, blank responded, surprised. Yo, business first thing in the morning, damn, cuz you want it. But you know you don't got nothing to worry about. You got a pass, daddy. Blank, blank, blank smiled coyly. Sean apparently had something to talk about with blank, blank, blank as well. Because he said, yo, I can't protect everybody, especially if someone is no longer going to be on my label. It was apparent blank, blank, blank was taken aback by this turn of events by his reply. Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying? Did he continue? Yo, it's taxing on my resources to protect people. Sometimes that isn't 100% on my team. Can't get 100% of my protection. What the hell is going on here? What does Sean want from me? This morning is turning out to be way more than I expected, and I have to go. Quincy will be looking for me. Meanwhile, blank, 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 apparently, So, to be clear, if something happened, blank, blank, blank made quotation marks with his fingers. If something happened to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it would be considered, he made another set of quotation marks, out of your control. Is that what you're saying? Wait a minute. Can they be talking about Biggie? Is Sean saying he won't protect Biggie? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. Where did this come from this morning?
But when you see this stuff in America, you know what's really weird? All the state capitol buildings that don't really match up. Like, why did they build something that was straight out of ancient Rome in, like, Iowa?
Right.
You know, like in Nebraska.
2,500 people live in a town somewhere, and they build a post office that has 700 rooms and is like an ancient castle. It's the same like with the Mormon temple, where they said they went out to Utah, you know, with horse and buggy and nobody else out there, and they supposedly built this wonder of the world castle with no rails and no dump trucks and no cranes, and it goes down 40 to 60 feet underground with more building. And
even think about like the 1 year timelines. And a lot of these buildings are 1 year wonders where they created this very elaborate stone building in 1 year. But then you think about some of these places that have 1 year timelines, and then they work in like Albany, Syracuse, New York, these crazy places like that. Explain to me how much work they're getting done in the dead of winter when the roads would have been horrible. Then you add snow on it, and then the logistics make no sense. Even think, like I said, go back to World War II, we're told that the Germans were not necessarily defeated by the Russian army. They were defeated by the Russian winter.
Yeah.
Because even with the high-tech German stuff, they couldn't even move the equipment during a harsh Russian winter. So that is like the highest tech stuff in the 40s. And then you're talking about these things were built with horses and buggies in the 1840s.
It really don't make no sense.
Yo, TikTok just took down the African Stream TikTok account. So African Stream is officially banned on every platform. We thought TikTok was not going to ban it, but go ahead and search. You won't find it. All the accounts you'll find are, I'm assuming, fake accounts. But yeah, the African Stream has been banned on TikTok. Whew! God damn it. There's somebody out there. There's a bunch of somebodies out there who do not, and I mean do not want black people to have access to a certain type of information.
I swear.
At all. Also, regular black people, if you're watching this, did you know that while we're here stuck on Diddy, the debate going on at the UN General Assembly that starts today is to know if countries give up their sovereignty in a medical emergency. Basically, they're trying to make sure that every country gives up its sovereignty in a medical emergency. In other words, if we get another COVID, instead of all countries deciding what they're going to do with their people, World Health Organization automatically gets control over every nation when COVID comes around. They get to decide what we do. They get to decide if we're going to quarantine. They get to decide if anyone's going to take the next vaccine. So while we're stuck on Diddy, the World Health Organization and the United Nations, starting today, is arguing about sovereignty for nations. And African Stream got taken off because I'm sure African Stream would have said some pretty wild shit about the debate that's going on at the UN. But yeah, black people, ignorance is bliss, they say. So I guess we're in blissful heaven.
Bing bang, DMAV, social climate. The Smithsonian. Topic I want to talk about really quick. They must be the men in black. Because every time some amazing discovery shows up in any part of the world, specifically in the Americas, the Smithsonian comes in and hauls all the evidence away. Who's given them the authority to do that in America? Are they authorized by Congress? Are they authorized by the state? This is making my head spin. Are they authorized by the Constitution? Who gives the Smithsonian? Maybe it's in the Bible. The Smithsonian is granted veto power, according to God. Fall back. Come on, y'all. Like, someone hasn't figured this out yet. Who is the Smithsonian? Who owns the Smithsonian? Somebody punch in and let me know if y'all know about this, man. Fill me in.
But yeah, guys, I think the person that owns the Smithsonian actually owns the entire world. You know, one of those 3 most powerful families in the world. You know what I'm saying? And they can do what they want. They control history. They made history. They made this education system that we're living in. So, you know what I'm saying? Like when a person is running for president, it's no different than a person applying for a job and there's somebody employing them at the end of the day. You know, a president has a salary. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.